I don't know what the hell.
And we are live.
What's up?
What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
We got Mr. James in the house. Mr. James is in the house. What is going on? Mr. James Pershing.
Oh, dude, James is funny as hell. I don't know if you guys saw him on therapy. That dude's hilarious.
Was he on the last one?
Yeah, we need to get him on here because he's funny as hell. Like, straight out, just hilarious.
Yeah, we got Tyson. We got Bam. Thanks for coming in, guys. So, Mr. Pizza Face, I've seen him on a lot. That's awesome.
Pizza
Good.
Face.
Yeah.
Pizza Face is on. So we have a good amount of people. So what's going on, guys? So we got Dave back with us. We got the excellent Ryan back with us, my fellow Zoni. So what's going on, guys? What's going on?
Nothing much. Just living the dream.
That's good. Good. So Chad's living the dream. How you doing, Zebra?
Doing good, just chilling, relaxing, staying out of the craziness.
Yeah, that's about as good as you can get. How's it going for you, Dave?
Good. I think we're on day 4 of 5 countywide lockdown. So it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. And then Joe, what's going on with you?
We are on, I believe it is, I don't know, like day 14 or 13 or something like that. I don't know. We've been on it for about 2 weeks now, so we're in it, boy. Like, Jersey's on lock, and you know it. Somebody said it. I think Dave said it. This all sounded like a great idea. Quarantine everybody. I don't got to see nobody until it actually happened, and then it was like, all right, so maybe it wasn't that great of an idea. Like, maybe I do kind of miss seeing other people a little bit, not much, but a little bit.
A little bit. So what's going on with you, Ryan? What's new?
Just works, living that essential life, Got that job, never shuts down.
Yeah, you got. Well, now, what is your job? You got the essential job. So, what is the essential job that you do?
The food packaging for like cereals, salads,
That's right.
chips, all that.
That's right.
That's most definitely.
Wait a minute, hey, guys. We have a problem. Social distancing, guys. You guys are way too close to me right now.
This is probably the closest that we've been to anybody right now, right here. So
I'm going to like the supermarket or something, and I'm like, wait. There's somebody else in the aisle. Hold on.
Can you back up, please?
Okay, now we can go down the aisle. Let's go.
No doubt. So, yeah, it's been a little crazy. So we kind of wanted to spend a little bit of time on that today. We want to kind of we want to get some facts out there. We did leave it a couple weeks ago with it just kind of ramping up. I know I've been working from home. This is my second full week of working from home. And it is really a different experience. My kids were here. Definitely a really weird hanging out with your kids all day. It's nice, Caden, most of my kids are gone, so it's just Caden and me most of the time. But yeah, definitely a different experience. He did a Zoom today. Have you guys done that yet? With your kids? So anybody who has kids. So my son did a Zoom with his teacher in his class. So they get all on together on a webcam, and they go as a class, get on Zoom meetings, which is like a WebEx, and they go and talk together as a class of like 20 kids.
No, we don't have that yet. I mean, what they're doing now over here is my daughter still has to get up every day. She gets up at 7, and I got to give it to my daughter, man. She's a trooper, dude. She gets up all on her own at 7 a.m., makes herself breakfast, gets ready. She logs in at 8:30, and she does not log off for the day until she's done. And they actually have it set up where you have to submit certain assignments before 3:30, or you get a 0 on them, basically, just like you're in school.
Right. That's awesome, though. That's awesome.
That is good, and I think it's keeping. I was watching some kids on live stream today, and I'll tell you, they're bouncing off the walls.
Yeah. Sam's ready to lose it, man. She's
cabin fever.
Yeah, I told her, I said, listen, we can still go for walks. We can do stuff like that. I'm sorry, she was a premature kid, so her immune system's already lower than most. She has asthma. I'm just not taking any risks, and it's just not happening.
Yeah.
Understandable.
She can hate me now, but when she makes it through this, then, fine. You hate me, but you're alive. So we're good.
Are you guys in lockdown in Phoenix?
Say it again?
Are you guys on lockdown in Phoenix?
No, we're not. So we are. I mean, Arizona's a weird. Like, I went out the other day and everybody's still out. So I was like, where are the people? Where are the people that are locked in like me? I think it's people like who have corporate jobs. And I think everybody else that I saw, everybody was in grocery stores. It was Home Depot was full.
Yeah.
So Mr. Beard Swag says he still has kids.
Of course, Home Depot was full. People are going to buy. They're buying, wood planking, and they're buying sheetrock, and they're going to build little cubicles to put people in when they get sick. Look, just stay in there. Don't move. I will cut a door out for you after 14 days, but until then, stay your ass right inside that box.
Right.
So people are getting nuts, dude. I'm telling you, people are getting crazy out there.
Yeah. So
Arizona
today was
just like, fuck it.
That's really what they're, that's the honest truth is that they're saying, hey, I don't need to be, I don't know why Arizona is like, Florida's the same way, I guess, where it's just a bunch of South states that are just like, it won't happen to us. So,
right.
I think the more pressing thing here is, and I think what's getting a lot of people is, it's a virus, guys. Like, there's no treatment for it. It's not going nowhere. So I think a lot of people are just like, whether I sit home or I go out, there's a chance it's going to come find me. So I'm just going to go live my life. And if it comes for me, it comes, is the way some people are thinking. I got a different opinion.
Just stay home.
Yeah, stay home.
It's just like my dad said. My dad said it's going to get 30% worse before it gets better.
Yep. So today was my last.
We just lost Dave.
Today was my last day at work for 2 weeks. So definitely.
And now what we got to do is we got to keep an eye on Mech and see as every day goes by how he gets a little bit more insane with the days passing.
Right.
Like 14 is going to be having lives every 5 minutes. Like, somebody talk to me. Save me!
Yeah. That's crazy.
No, that's
everybody
cool.
thinks it'd be cool to sit home every day of their lives until it actually happens.
Right.
Yeah. So this is what we wanted to kind of break down is we want to give everybody an opportunity to have an outlet. We hope that more people come into our live stream tonight. We want people to join us and have a break from this crazy. But we first want to give people informed some facts that, we had Dan on last week for facts. And I know that Joe has some facts for us about this virus and some things about it. So go ahead, Joe. What have you found so far?
Yeah. So first of all, the rumor out there that if you're a younger person, you're cool, you're good. It's not 100% true. They've had cases not as young as, like, let's say my daughter, but they have had teenagers who have come up with it. More than that, though, social distancing right now, it's probably, honestly, as much as I hate to say it, because believe me, I don't want to be cramped in the house with my family. Okay, I really don't. But social distancing is probably our best option right now. Unfortunately, there's just not much else, guys. And for everybody else, though, that's freaking out about the numbers jumping up right now, you have to take things in context here, okay? A lot of these states and territories and things like that didn't get these tests until a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And it takes 7 to 10 days for the results to get back. So they're all kind of coming back all at once right now. So those numbers are going to skyrocket in a hurry. They're going to catapult to the top really fast. And it's going to look terrible. But what you need to realize is that this is happening over a month-long span. We're just finding out about all the numbers now.
Right.
Yeah, so
it's
Bam is
look a lot worse.
Yeah, and Bam is spitting out some facts for us, so I want everybody to kind of keep a track of Bam's also statements because he's.
Yes. If you don't know already, Bam is like, if you need to know, Bam's the man. We can't say why though, but Bam's the man. Okay?
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, no worries. But what else have you found, Joe? Because I know that we have a rate. So my dad was talking to me about a rate that is expanding. So he was saying that it was like double digits at some point.
Well, I've got all like here. See, I've got everything broken down by country right now for you. Unfortunately,
Right, cool.
which I'm
Okay.
telling you is like the worst thing on the planet. I mean, me and Barbado Joe were talking, and I'm not the kind of person who likes to be uninformed. I like to know everything about the situation, and sometimes that's a real curse because the more information you get, the worse things get in your own head.
Right.
Right now, the U.S. has 103,000 cases, and I know that sounds astronomical, but again, guys, there's 372 million Americans, so you got to kind of take that in context. I'm not saying it's not bad. It's bad, but it's not. I don't know. Whatever. I'm trying to get a good spin on thing here, and none of you are helping me at the moment.
It could be worse.
Thank you.
A lot worse.
There's 18,000 new cases. You've got 2,500 that have recovered, and there's still 99,000 active cases. Like, yeah, it's real right now. There's no way to say it's not. But the biggest thing for me is we can't forget who we are as people in all this.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We can't just start going out there like, you see some old woman on the corner coughing, don't run up and kick her in the face or something.
That would be messed up.
Just, if you're feeling like there's something wrong there, well, then just walk away. I mean, you're seeing people online talking some crazy stuff, talking about organizing and going out, doing something about what are you going to do about the virus exactly?
Yeah.
What are you going to get your militia together and go fight the virus? Good luck,
Right. So that's and that's some serious stuff, guys. I mean, what do you guys now? I think know that Jersey's been hit really extremely hard. I saw a death count of one day at 503 or something.
Yeah, we're right now we're getting our asses kicked. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I know that me and my mom were talking. Phoenix is sitting in the sixth. We're the sixth largest city in the country. So that's scary. And Dave, where do you live outside? Do you live outside KC or do you live in KC?
No, I'm actually less than a mile from the heart of KC. I mean, we're right there, but I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, the silver lining really is, and it sucks to say this, but the silver lining really is like, people are going to survive. You know what I mean? Like, people are going to get sick. People are going to die. People die from stuff every day, but you can't let it scare you. I will admit, like, I had a freak out moment in a Walgreens here. Like, there was people walking around, like, coughing everywhere. And, like, it was at the beginning of all this stuff coming out. But, I mean, honestly, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You can't do anything about it. Like, if nothing else, us as creators and everybody that's in the room, like, we have a time right now to do something. Like, we can create, right? Do something positive. Some good stuff out there.
I don't need to buy toilet paper, sir. I steal it from my job. Okay, that's number one. That's number one. Okay, nobody's using my job right now, and there's 2 giant-sized toilet paper things from Restaurant Depot, so we're good.
Right.
We're good on toilet paper at the moment, and listen. That whole wash your hands, wash your beard, I was already like that. Like, if you're already a hygienic person, you don't need to change anything. Just stay hygienic. It's these people who don't wash but like once a year. They're the ones who are in trouble. I don't know what to tell them.
Have you guys gone into any stores yet where people are stealing toilet paper from the dispensers?
No.
Yeah.
Like
I saw a Target by me. Some woman came running out with a roll under her armpit. She was just gone, boy. She was going for it.
She's going for a touchdown.
She was going, man, and she made it. Good for her. I mean, obviously her family needed it, so whatever.
Totally.
Have you guys seen people upcharging on TP yet?
I have. Yes. So I saw somebody selling it online for $300.
Amazon's doing a great job of shutting that down, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're doing a great job of jumping on those people, and they're like, listen, if you buy toilet paper and you upcharge it $1, fine. We'll let that go. But if you're buying it and you're upcharging one roll up to like $100 for a roll, no, get out of here, dude. It's not happening. They're trying to gouge people And it's parasites, man. They're trying to take advantage of the situation to make a dollar.
Absolutely.
It's sad.
That's right.
It is very sad.
There's a picture taken here in Cottonwood, like an hour from me, where a guy was selling 12 packs of TP for $30, like a beef jerky stand on the side of the road.
Wow.
That's horrible.
So I've got New Jersey's numbers if you want to hear them, Prac.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear it.
All right. So as of right now, New Jersey cases have spiked up to 8,825 with 108 deaths. Officials announced that there's been 1,982 positive cases, new cases, in the last 24 hours.
Scary stuff.
And like I said, though, again, I had a feeling we were going to get hit because, again, we're one of the most populated areas in the country. And Jersey has a lot of, like, you got Newark, Camden, Trenton, where people are living like right on top of each other pretty much. There's barely 6 feet from this house to the next house.
Like sardines.
Exactly. So you've got a lot of that going on in Jersey. So I had a feeling it was going to be rough here.
Yeah.
I'm about to pack up and head for the mountains.
That's what I was expecting. So there's a survivalist to come out. Arizona's full of them already. So I know me and Ryan, we probably live next to some of these guys.
Cody Lundeen.
Yeah. So the
Cody Lundeen's out in Arizona. He's amazing.
Yeah, good stuff. The other interesting thing is that I've kind of categorized the kind of people that I've seen on there. My dad is the extremist. So he's on that extreme way where he's sitting here saying, hey, everybody get gas masks. That's what he's buying. He's buying gas masks right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, extreme. And then there is people who are denying it. So these kids, like he was saying, like in Louisiana, we have Mardi Gras going on. So kids go into spring break, right? Getting really sick because somebody was telling me that there's something about kids having coronavirus parties where they cough on each other.
Oh my
I don't know.
God.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's like Tide Pods or something.
No, it's because people are stupid. That's why. That's really the problem. Okay. And I say that in the nicest way possible if you're somebody watching who's having one of these dumbass parties. All right.
That's just idiotic.
If you remember back in the 80s and the 90s and such, it happened with chicken pox. Okay. I don't know if you guys ever had this happen, but I got chicken pox when I was a kid. My mom called the school and told them, and a bunch of the parents called my mom and asked if they could bring the kids over to the house so that they could all get it and just get it over with, because once you get it, you're never going to get it again. And that's the way a lot of people are thinking right now, that they're just going to get it over with, and then they're not going to worry about it. But China's got I think it's like 13% of the people in China who have been cured are already back sick again. It's come back and got them again. So that's not helping.
Oh, that's crazy. And so that's what I read something about it coming back, and that was the one thing that was really interesting. And by the way, we just have to call out, there's 3 Chiefs fan in the house, and we are going to be the only team this year that has a championship under our belt, just to let you guys know.
You're not the only team out there with a championship under your belt. Thank you very much.
Today. This year, man, we are on top.
There might not even be an NFL season, so I mean,
I know. So for right now, the Chiefs are on top.
You might have the weird distinction of being the last Super Bowl team ever. Somebody's going to go.
See, that we broke the mold, so nobody can ever repeat it. That's the whole problem there. Yeah, I get it. So I just thought I'd throw that in there. I think Tyson threw in some good humor. So Mr. Barbado Joe is on. So how is
Barbado Joe?
What's going on, Joe?
Yep. Thanks for coming on in. Thanks for anybody coming on in. Bearded Blondes in the house. Thank you guys.
Blondie, what's
so
up?
there's also Dave has something really cool coming on Sunday. Can you tell us a little bit more about that, Dave?
Let's put Corona behind us and let Dave take the floor, please.
Yep.
That way I can get off of the Corona site and stop freaking out. Dave, what do you got going on?
Exactly.
So here in KC, there's a local nonprofit that started off as this thing called March Mustache or Mustache March, where all the guys were growing mustaches. The kids were like putting on fake mustaches and having all kinds of cool stuff. So I reached out to him and put something together. And Sunday, it'll be Tyson, Dan, and myself doing an auction on my channel. 100% of the proceeds go to the company's called Camp Rise KC, and it puts kids that live under the poverty level into summer camp. Like, it gives them shoes, some clothes, gives their parents a little break, all 100% paid for by donations. So it's pretty cool, man. 30 companies. The community really came together. Like, I haven't really released the name of the companies, any of them yet. So I thought about maybe dropping a couple just to throw some hints out there. Detroit Grooming's in.
Oh, cool.
Live Bearded is in.
Nice.
Who else? There's so many of them. I mean, you could, if you put all the companies that we review all the time on a dartboard and threw it, you would hit somebody. Iowa Beard Company, Luxurious Bastard, Barbu, a new company called Fox Grooming Company, Husky, Hanyaker. I mean, the list goes on and on. Like, everybody was so cool about everything. Damn Yankee, I can't forget about them. But it's gonna be cool, man. Just a good time to get mines off of this. The bidding's gonna start really low. We're gonna make it affordable. Nobody's trying to get rich. You know what I mean? We just want to help a couple of kids go to camp. So it's gonna be a fun time, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome, guys. That's such a, and that's, I suggest we just, everybody as a community here and anybody who's hearing this, jump on this, because this is going to get your mind off the what's going on around us, and then really focus on kids that are less fortunate, you know, and letting them go to have a great experience somewhere,
Right.
and let them kind of have a moment where they can, you know, get that positiveness that we probably, you know, some of us were able to go to camp, some of us weren't.
Right.
But it's an awesome opportunity. Kids going to camp is such a huge thing. They learn so much, especially if you talk KC. There's probably at a state park around there.
I hated camp.
Yeah,
I'm not saying these kids won't. These kids will love camp probably. I just don't like hot weather, sun, things like that. So camp was not for me. Outdoors, I'm like, what? I got air conditioning. Why am I sitting out here in 90-degree heat? I don't understand. So, I mean, listen, it's a great thing you're doing. I just got two things to say real quick. Number one, Dave, everything is auction on this, right? I don't want people to think they're going to sign into your live and just get a bunch of free stuff. You're trying to raise money here with the auction and the bidding, correct?
Yeah, so everything is going to be auctioned off. Yeah, there's no freebies. Not with this. There's another thing going on that I posted on IG. Brio, I forgot to mention them. They kicked in, so we're going to give away a Brio set on my IG. But this one is strictly,
I'm never going to get a Brio.
Huh?
I said I'm never going to get one of those. It's just not going to happen.
They get some of those wall clippers from Walmart. Those are
because
good.
you know what? They're going to have them at this auction thing, and the bidding's going to be there. Everybody's going to be chiming in. It's just not going to happen. And then the other thing is, I hope you all enjoy Dave being here with us for a second time, because once Dan brings over everybody to see how good Dave is, that's it. He's gone. Okay? It's all over after this. This is it. This is the moment we all knew was coming. Dave's going to that upper stratosphere. Have fun, brother. And we'll all be here when you get back. You know, when you check on us, we'll be here.
I ain't going nowhere, man. I like, you know, I mean, I think, I don't want to speak for everybody, but, you know, Tyson and Swag both have really been like pivotal points of me even reviewing. And they had to roughly break me of the habit of like looking at numbers. Like, I don't care anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you guys, like everybody in this room and everybody that's in the live stream are all people I deal with every day, man. It doesn't matter 1 or 100,000. It's not about that. I just have fun reviewing, you know?
That's
It's
right.
a good time. Who cares?
Yep.
So
He's
I
not
was
lying
listening.
either. We were just on a video chat like maybe an hour before we went live on here. I was just talking to Dave, and we talked. I mean, a couple of days, a week we talked pretty much. So yeah,
That's
like
cool.
everybody else on here, I talk to you guys daily. I talk to Barbaro Joe at least every other day at this point. Like, it's cool, this community, man. The way we all come together and the way we all kind of. I even get messages from people when they just want to vent real quick, and I'm like, all right, it was nice talking to you. And they're like, yeah, cool, man. Thanks for letting me yell at you. I'm in.
Right.
So that's a really cool thing. So again, check this out. Sunday at what time?
8 p.m. Eastern.
Cool. So 8 p.m. Eastern. Check them out. Auction. Send some kids to camps. Have a good time. You get Dan. You get Tyson. We love Tyson. I love Dan, and we love Dave. So you can't go wrong with that kind of stream. And amazing. It sounds like you guys got amazing brands coming, chipping in. Live Bearded. I love Live Bearded as well as Detroit Grooming. I see. That's good stuff. That's awesome.
Definitely a good lineup.
Yeah, and you can't. And I bet you you're gonna get some stuff out there that you probably wouldn't get normally. So, Live Bearded is really good stuff as well as Detroit Grooming. So, jump on the opportunity, guys. Even if just to buy that stuff, it's just period. It's a great auction. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Ryan.
Live Bearded threw out. I don't know how close you guys watch their stuff, but so they bring out their seasonal scents, right?
Yeah.
Gunslinger was the new one. They hit it. It's sold out. They brought out some other ones. It's sold out. So the package is the Gunslinger oil, butter, wash, all three of those, and then their new scissors and a new comb. I mean, those guys are epic.
They're good guys. They're excellent guys. Yeah, I've met them personally. So they live down the street from me. So
they sent me a birthday card.
Yeah, they're super, super good guys. Mink is a heck of a nice guy, and so is Spence. I was like, it's not a normal name, Spence. Yeah, super nice guys. Super nice guys. And then they have a whole team behind them that are really awesome. There's a guy who lives in Missouri somewhere. But super nice team. They had a rep. I don't know if he's still there, but they had a rep that I was talking to through the DMs. That would help kind of convey messages. So, but yeah.
I wonder if it was Nathan.
Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking. It might have been Nate or what was his name too? You might remember him. When he went out there, he was a very heavy set guy, and then he dropped a ton of weight with them. Oh, I can't remember who it was, but
I don't know his name.
I can't remember it either, but he was handling all their social media stuff for a while there.
Yeah, that might be the same guy because I think that's who he said he was. But so awesome, good opportunities. Detroit Grooming's. I mean, what a heck! And Dan again. Dan's the heck of a man. So him being involved, Tyson being involved, awesome opportunities, guys. So jump on.
You guys haven't noticed yet. Dan is Practitioner's man crush.
He certainly is. I am excellent friends with. He is. I would. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I have been talking to my friend Tyson for a bit here too. So him and Dave. I don't know if anybody knows this behind the scenes. We are trying to push that creation, and that's exactly what Dave was talking about when you're talking about reviewing. Is we want to become digital creators who are upping our game. We get, trying to get better equipment, trying to figure out even just styles of shooting. I've been watching. I'm subscribed to YouTube creator podcasts and things like that. Just trying to up my game, get ideas, watching some videography techniques to try to up my game with just the video piece. But behind the scenes, these guys are really helpful. Dan. Dave has helped me. We've been on a call talking about what to buy. He actually helped me purchase lighting. And then Tyson's helping me set up, because I kind of was like, hey, this last, giving me some detailed, some help, some hints on how to get to the next level with the lighting that I just bought. So really cool guys. That's our community is just like that. Awesome people.
Would you end up getting some box lighting, some ring lights?
So no, I got they are soft boxes. So I got two soft boxes. Yeah, two soft boxes. And then I'm trying to do some ambient light behind, and I'm trying to figure that piece out because if you go to the store, I went to a camera store, and I'll be honest with you, it's expensive. There's no doubt about it. If you don't go through Amazon and you find I found some decent stuff through Dave actually. But I went to TMP Camera, which is here in town, and I was talking $500 for a decent softbox.
I picked up my softbox for like $25 on Amazon.
Yeah, and that's what I found. I found two softboxes, and they were like $40 or something. So
yeah, I don't even know. I wouldn't even know what to do, to be honest with you, because and I'm not like, but most of you guys, for the most part, have like a dedicated area for your filming and such. Mine is just my room, which is probably literally about the size of a prison cell. Okay, there's not a lot of room in here, so I don't even know what I would do to really expand on things as far as equipment and such that I could bring in to make stuff better, because I don't know where the hell I would put anything. I'm running out of room with my beard stuff, okay? Let alone no equipment and stuff like that. Well, what the hell am I doing with it all?
Well, what's interesting was I was thinking is that, granted, I have a little bit more space than but I don't have that much space. But what some of these creators do is how to effectively make space in no space. So how to shoot at different angles, how to do different things cinematically that adds a little bit more boom to your videos. That, when you're presenting them, how are you doing these? What are the different camera techniques? What angles are you putting in? It's a fun, to me, it's fun. I think that's actually kind of been like the best thing that's happened to me. This is like the hobby now, is actually learning how to do a better review.
I was gonna say, like, if you actually see my space, it's actually literally just this space behind me, and that's it. The rest of the room is like all crowded with a bunch of other stuff around it, and it's not pretty.
You ready for a confessional? Ready? I'm gonna give a confession here, and Dave, I'm probably gonna make Dave laugh. So when Dave first came out, right? Bearded Metal Chef showed me like some of his videos and stuff, and I messaged Chef back, and I was like, "Man, the hell with that guy! Look at him! Look what he's doing! He's making me look bad." I was like, my haterism came out full force when I saw this new reviewer coming around shooting mini movies. Basically, I'm like, "Man, the hell with him!" But you're right; it's all a community, man, and Dave puts out awesome content. And at the end of the day, we all have to just be happy with who we are and what we're able to be, what we're able to put out. Sorry.
Absolutely.
I've had to just accept it. And like, I was hating on Dave for a minute just because he knew what the hell he was doing. And I was stumbling around like an idiot putting out videos. That was just the reality of it. Dave puts out awesome content, though. I'm sorry, Dave. I didn't mean to hate on you, to be a brother.
Do you know what, though? That's the fun thing is being a digital creator. That's what reviewing really is. It's digital creation. We're trying to, tell people about something on YouTube and trying to tell a story. And I think that every single one of us are doing it successfully. You've been doing it for at least, for months now. Some of us a little longer. Like Joe and Tyson. Joe and Tyson have been on it. Yeah. So, and that's what
Joe
I really.
gets me.
Yeah, he does.
I think the hardest part is just getting used to being in front of the camera, though, and not everybody's camera. I don't know how you put
well,
it.
see, I mean, I don't want to put this out there, but I was an amateur porn star for like 8 years. I'm good with being in front of the camera. No, I was dead. I was a terrible porn star. I'm not even a good-looking guy. Like, that's terrible.
Well, Ron James wasn't either.
That's a very good point there. That's a very good point there.
But I wouldn't know anything about that.
He's got those hidden VHS tapes.
Yeah. But anyway, so we'll move on from there. But so our second bit.
Oh, really, Joe?
So before we move on, so let's move on a little bit. So tonight we were going to talk about some really some companies that we think that probably should be talked about, some hidden gems you might add, that you might want to talk about, that we have tried out, that we say, hey, why aren't these people more popular than this? This is great products. So we kind of went around and we kind of talked about that. And Dave, you can hit on anything that you're trying out recently to help kind of add to this idea that there's some hidden gems out there. There are some hidden companies that me and Joe, Barbado Joe, is one of the main reasons why I started doing this. We try to find the gems, the guys that nobody's talking about, because they're like the hidden, like, they're like the rookie card that you find that is now, the McGuire rookie card or something like that. You're like, wow, this is awesome. I can't believe I got this. These are awesome cards. Awesome companies. So who do we have? I know that Joe had a couple. I know I have 2 or 3. So go ahead, Joe.
Okay. Well, you know what? I have to throw him in there just because even though most of the community's probably heard about him by now, the man deserves to be much larger than he is with the stuff he's putting out, with the products he has, and all that he's done for me. I have to throw him in it. I just have to because he should be a megastar by now. So, I mean, Bam from Jolly Old Fat Man is definitely one. You know, we all know who Bam is, but I don't think Bam has quite reached the ceilings that we all think he should have by now. We all were waiting for Jolly Old Fat Man to kind of just take off into the stratosphere. He's got amazing product. And if anybody watching hasn't tried him yet, you guys, I'm serious, you guys are missing out. Seriously. Most of the guys here can tell you you're missing out.
Yep. Especially that Jester.
Yeah. He's the beard game. Just amazing. Look at that guy.
Yeah, so the interesting thing about him is, the good-looking guy that's on that bottle and his amazing daughter are definitely.
I heard he was a porn star.
That's awesome. That's
Does it
awesome.
smell like cotton candy?
Yeah, candy ood. That was his thing. But I will tell you that you're absolutely right, and I think that anybody. So Bam is definitely a rock star. His stuff is amazing, and if you guys, anybody out there who sees this later, sees this now, try him out. Amazing products. What else do you got, Joe?
Oh, I thought we were going to give somebody else a chance.
Oh, let's give somebody else a chance. Go ahead, Mac. Do you have one?
Probably Woolly Wizard.
Dude, that's such a cool name. I want to try him just because of the name. Like,
No doubt.
Dude, he's got some. Tyler's a really awesome dude. They're based out of Canada, but everything that he does is amazing. And he just came out with a new butter, and it's super soft and it melts super, super fast in the hand. But yeah, I definitely don't see many people talking much about Woolly.
He's fairly new though, too, isn't he? It's like,
He's been around for 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yep.
now I feel even worse that I haven't tried his stuff. Thanks,
So,
Mac.
what's his? Now he's out of Canada, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's cool.
Yep.
So, was there any like weirdness with the customs or anything? I know with Barden I didn't have any issues, but
No, I know my most recent package I got from him with this whole COVID-19 thing, the package got held up a little bit in customs, but it got here, in a decent amount of time coming from Canada. So
that's cool. That's cool. What do you got, Ryan? Do you have anything special?
the only thing I got is not even beard product related, but
yeah,
Oh, that's I know who that is.
but
That's
they're-
Iron Kings. Iron
Yeah.
Kings, right?
Yeah, bearded hooligans.
He is beard related though, so I have his beard products.
Yeah. So
I have his beard products. His beard products are awesome, and Ryan's right, man. His clothing, all that stuff is just crazy, crazy good.
And what's
Yeah.
the name of his company?
I think it's bearded hooligans.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it is too.
Yeah.
He has Iron Kings Motorsports, which is what it originally was, and he was doing the beard products through there, but I guess he figured he may as well branch out and give his beard products their own category rather than being underneath the website with everything else. So that's kind of what he's done now.
Oh, that's cool. That's really nice.
He actually sent one of the first things here that got Sammy Cakes into the beard game. He sent a tobacco and vanilla beard oil here. And that's one of the things that made Sam fall in love.
Tyson's saying that he's got to try that Woolly Wizard out.
you should. And the new
Yeah.
butter.
But this was the point of this. This is great.
It's good.
job, guys.
It's good. It's
Thumbs up,
good
guys.
stuff.
Has anybody tried Ruddy Man? The liquid like beard butter?
No,
I
but
feel
I've
so
tried.
bad I
I've
haven't tried
tried
Woolly
one
Man.
from Bart. I've tried one from Barn Brand, and it's really good.
I haven't tried Buddy Man. I feel terrible.
Yeah, there's so many of them. So Zebra, you have a few. What do you got?
Okay, yeah, I have a couple. I have to do a review on it yet, but American Made Beard Company.
I saw them. I have heard of them.
They're a really good company. They have good scents and they have great feeling beard. And Chad's got some of them, so he's tried them. Voodoo Men's Craft, they're just starting out now, and they have some really great stuff, really great scents.
That's cool. Now, what do you guys like about them? What do you guys like? What's their scents, and then what else is really spectacular about them?
Oh, dude, I got some voodoo too. It's very easy to see what's spectacular about them, though, and it's this stuff here. Their label work, their artwork is absolutely insane. Yeah, there it is. That Moon Man. He does his labels based off of old, like, what am I thinking here, Mech? Help me out.
The IPA labels.
Yep.
Yeah, like the craft IPA labels and stuff like that for the beers.
Yep, the IPA cans there.
And
I've actually got a throwback label of his, too.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Santa
Wow.
Monica.
So to talk about that American Made, they actually have a beard mist that they have for, like, if you're out and about, you don't have to get it on your hands.
Is it like sea salt spray?
No. It's mixed with water and oil.
yeah, it's like an oil water mist. It's like yeah, Dave.
Do you have it there? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
it's like a refresher kind of thing, and
I also have voodoo in here, but I'm not allowed to open it yet because there's somebody in this stream.
it's a US. Blame USPS, man. I don't know why, but they do not like me. They do not like me.
Got me over here, sitting here. It's just sitting there. You know how this is like beard product abuse right now that it's been sitting here and I can't open it.
I feel ya. So do you have that? Do you have that too, Dave? Whatever that you were showing
I have
up.
That's the American Made Beard Mist.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I haven't tried it yet, but I mean, it seems well. Their packaging's good. If we're talking about underrated, man, I have to bring up Bay Area. I mean, I have to.
Right.
I haven't gotten to try them yet either. But
have you seen his butter containers?
Yeah.
yes, I've seen them. Haven't tried it yet, but I have. I mean, the dude is amazing as far as presentation goes. I can tell that right off the bat.
Yeah, there's I mean, I'm on the Woolly Wizard train too. I think they're great, man. I think Barbu, what is it? Is it Barbudo? Barbudo out of Utah. They're kind of a new company.
Oh yeah.
There's so many that are coming up. Fox City, if you guys haven't checked them out yet, they just brought out it's called the Mamba line. It's the number 24. It's all Lakers, like Kobe Bryant stuff. Like all their bottles are purple and gold for that line, so that's cool.
That's
Hey,
cool.
Prac.
Yeah.
Prac, do you see that big like paragraph comment from Barbados Joe? Can you put that up because he's got 3 companies of his that are like smaller batches that he thinks people will like.
There you go. Okay, go ahead and.
All right, so you got he said not top tier but very good, always beautiful, small town beards, Texas beardsmen, and one top tier is Debonair. They are top 3 company for me right now. So Joe's giving you some of his too that you might not have heard of yet.
That's cool.
Yeah, I've heard of Debonair. I've heard of Always Beautiful.
Yeah.
Texas Beardsman I haven't tried yet, but I follow him on IG, so I mean he looks like he does.
I've never heard of small town beards.
Never heard of them.
No.
So I have, and I think Ryan's heard of mine. So the first one I'm going to go with is Bearded Lads. That's out of Phoenix, Arizona, representing. Yeah. So I've actually met them. They're actually a couple guys. One of them's a barber, and the other guy's actually a radio DJ here in town. And they make this CBD infused oil as well as 2 or 3 other like campfire. Really great smelling. I really like their Cali Breeze. So if you guys check them out, Cali Breeze is like by far my favorite. And then another one, this guy's been around, but I don't think he gets the love. And I love this one. So this is Savage Maine. I don't know if you guys ever tried him.
I've heard of him.
So this is Savo, and this is the smoky flavor one. If you are into smoke flavored anything, it smells like smoked meat to me. It's just like that smoking smell.
That sounds like it's going to make me hungry.
It does. It makes you want to. It's amazing good.
Yeah. Speaking of that, that brings up another one. It's kind of almost kind of local for me, about 2 hours ish away. Is Mad Cat Beard Care. I think you've seen me post about the bacon oil that they have.
Oh, you told? Yep.
Now, bacon oil, man, it smells just like bacon, and it made me hungry when I wear it. And he's got a few different nice scents, and he's on Etsy shop right now, but he's working on a website. And the cool thing about his stuff is like most of his proceeds go towards
okay, you got it already.
For the cats in the animal shelters and stuff like that, and getting cats spayed and neutered and stuff like that, and rescuing cats.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I don't want to sound like an opportunist here or anything, but with all that's going on, all these beard companies are like slashing prices everywhere to kind of give people. I think they're trying to give people a break because a lot of these companies haven't said they're closing down shop yet. They're just trying to give us something to take our minds off of things. Like, hey, go get some beard stuff. And as they're all doing these amazing sales, my job cuts corners and I got no money. So it's just a horrible situation right now.
I think a lot
it's just terrible.
Are just trying to bring some income in too.
It's like a double-edged sword.
Any kind of income they can get, you know.
Yeah, it's a tough go out there, guys.
It's even around town here.
Yeah. Who else did you have, Prac? You said you had a couple, right?
So I gave the 2. So I had Bearded Lads, I had Savage Maine, and then I have a hidden gem, and this is out of Maine, and this is a lady barber who made All Things Earthly.
Oh man, I love lady barbers.
So yeah, me too. So I've tried 6 or 7 of her scents. So I had like 4 or 5 sample scents, and then I got, and Nag Champa is like one of my favorite. It's a spiritual smell. I really connect with it. So she sent me this Nag Champa, and this is one of the best Nag Champa smells. And it smells exactly the same way in her balm. She also got me a Midnight Joe, which is her butter. Phenomenal company.
Wow.
Great in beard. And I just, I liked her picture. Have you ever heard of them? Anybody else?
No.
On IG a little bit. She had some really cool pictures of this, I was like, hey, I love your pictures.
What was the thing that you said she made?
Nag Champa.
No,
the Midnight Joe?
No, the company name that she makes.
Oh, All Things Earthly.
Yeah, All Things Earthly I have heard of, but the other part I haven't heard of.
Yeah, it's super, super, super good products. And
I kind of laugh every time I hear the Nag Champa, because that's what they use in head shops to cover up some smells.
That's a truth. So it's just like patchouli is the same way for different, like people who don't take showers a lot.
And Barbado Joe really likes that Nag Champa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's because if you've tried Man Cave's Nag Champa soap, which I finally got one after Joe's been screaming at me to get one, telling me how great they are, I finally got one, and it smells just amazing, that soap. It is fantastic.
So, Tyson, it's All Things Earthly.
Yeah, see, Joe's happy now.
Earthy, yeah.
So I got one left.
Go
I
ahead,
got one actual beard company left for you guys.
Awesome.
And you guys have probably seen me work with them before, but I don't know if everybody's gotten a chance to try them yet. But that's my friend Daryl, Beard Outlaw. Okay. He is really just kind of getting started. And for a while there, he was getting lumped in. There was another company called, I think it was Outlaw Beard, and he was getting confused with this guy. And this was a guy who was putting beard oil in like plastic Tupperware containers, covering it with saran wrap and shipping it to people.
That was awful.
Yeah. So he was getting confused with that guy, and people were a little off about it. But this gentleman right here, Daryl, the Beard Outlaw, makes some amazing stuff. The Gold Rush, me and Bearded Chef actually did a product launch for this with him. It is his oud blend, and it's just, that's right, Mech, I said oud. It is just a fantastic product. The oil feels amazing in beard, and I have one of his prototype butters. He's still working on his perfect butter formula, but I'm telling you, I told him he's really close with this. It's soft. It melts down beautifully. It feels amazing in beard. It's quickly rising up my favorite butter list. Like, if you haven't gotten a chance to check out the Beard Outlaw, check him out. Tell him I sent you. He'll take care of you. I promise. He's an awesome dude, Daryl.
Hashtag Goldilocks forever.
You gotta love that oud.
So what is it?
Dude,
what is
you'll
it
never, I promise you this, Mech. With all the oud scents you've tried, all the different oud blends we've tried, you have never tried anything like Gold Rush.
Might just have to get it and find out.
You'll never have tried anything like this blend. I promise you.
We shall see. But I'm sure you're right, though.
And then one last company that I think everybody has heard of, but I mean, based off his like IG and stuff, it doesn't look like it. But I'm sure you guys all know Beard Bento by now, right?
Yeah, Alex.
Yeah.
You guys have all heard of Beard Bento. Well, have you checked out this month's box yet? This month's box.
Is that the Barden one?
This one's got a full-size. Last month had 2 full-size oils in it. One from the Bearded Fox and one from Defined Beard Co. This month has got a full-size Barden Reform oil in it. Okay?
Nice.
And then it's got 2 Kit Kat bars for whatever reason. He doesn't love Kit Kats, though. It's got something from a company I hadn't tried yet, so it's kind of cool. T3, a half-ounce oil, and a half-ounce butter. It's got a full, and I'm sure Mr. Practitioner can tell me more about this one, a soap from Barn Brands.
Oh, yeah.
This is called his Cinnabon Latte. It's got a Barn Brand butter in it, and it's got an Iowa Beard Co. oil sample. These boxes are insane right now. Alex is really upping his game right now, like really upping it.
So
what kind
of new boxes?
What kind of Kit Kat is that?
I don't know, dude. It's got Japanese writing on it.
Yeah, that's why I threw it in there. That's probably matcha.
What's
the
up?
matcha? Yeah, the matcha tea Kit Kats. They have different flavors over in Japan that we don't have here.
You telling me like this is like some kind of wasabi Kit Kat or something? Like it's gonna be spicy?
It's like tea.
Wasabi.
It's like tea. It's like a matcha mint.
Oh, Sam will like it then.
That sounds good.
And
I think T3 is another one. If you guys haven't tried T3, does it have tabooed in it?
That's what I think this one is. Hold on. It is bean, vanilla, Bavarian rose, and oak moss.
Yeah, T3's good. Another really, really, really good dude. Good company, too. His whipped butter's amazing.
Yeah, it looks, I mean, look at that, guys. It looks amazing.
Yeah, he is a good dude.
Yeah, it's nice.
And it smells very nice, actually.
Ryan C said it's a special blend made just for the bento box.
Oh, okay. It does say on here, right here, it says T.O. To Bento Bean. Yep. Says it right on there. So, I mean,
I follow the dude, and the stuff that he just came out with, the sour diesel, that stuff sounds really good. It's got Sour Patch Kids and stuff in it.
This
That
is
stuff
my
looks.
this is my third bento box, third one, and they just keep getting better. And the reason I've stayed on the subscription is because so many people have done reviews on bento, and they did just the 1 month, and this is what came in the box. I did it. I did a 2-month one, compared the 2 boxes, and now I plan on doing it again 2 months from now again. And I'm going to be like, okay, we're 5 boxes in. Let's see what kind of products we've gotten. What's this? What's that? It's an awesome. He's doing an awesome job right now, though. He really is. Only problem for him is going to be, how does he keep upping his game?
Yeah, the Tabooed from T3. That's the collab that he did with Beard Swag, right?
Yeah.
Of course it is. It's an oud thing.
Swag
Of course,
father,
swag
yeah.
had something to do with it.
So speaking of swag, another quick announcement I forgot to bring up. So tomorrow night, you guys are watching the Beard Trend reviewers, right? Kaz and all them. You guys watch them?
Sometimes, yeah.
Kaz, Tyson, Swag, Beardy Vlogger was in there, and Beards and Banjos was in there. But so I got invited to join them, so I'll be with them tomorrow night.
Told you. Just a matter of time. Dave's like, what was that? What show am I thinking of? We're moving on up. He's gone.
No, man. It's just, those are all the guys. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Kaz is the only one I don't know that well. But, like, when you're talking about the community and, dude, Tyson, I can't say enough good things about him. Swag, Mick, all of us are, I hate to say this. I'm probably going to get some backlash for this, but I don't care. So, like, all of us have this common thing, right? Like, we all do, like, us creators and even the company makers, like, we're a little bit different than the outside group. And, like, it's so cool to see. Like, I talk to all you guys all talk to everybody else. Like, it really is like a family, So, dude, I mean, who cares who blows up, right? Who cares? Yeah. You guys watch. You guys, everybody.
Dude, I'm messing with you, brother. I hope you do blow up, bro. I hope you get, 1 million subscribers, and I'm watching you get bigger and bigger, because you deserve it, dude. You put in a lot of hard work. You're putting out awesome content. So I'm just messing with you. I just like busting your chops because I like seeing you get nervous. That's all.
It's kind of funny about all that, because Bam made a joke before, and he said that I went Hollywood.
Well, heck, we can
saw
all
that
grow
picture
together.
on that new bottle on that. What is that? The Gambit?
Yeah, man. Look at you. I mean, they made Zebra look awesome. I mean, it had to be a lot of work too. No.
So the beard.
No, I mean,
Mr.
Ryan, about the Tyson stuff, man. That's awesome, brother. Really,
Yeah.
It's awesome. I think he's going to have me and Sam on one day too. I'm not sure when. We talked about it. Sam actually kind of reached out and was like, I want to be on Tyson's show. And then Tyson was like, yeah, I don't know when it's going to happen, or, if it'll even happen. I know Tyson's busy, but he's an awesome dude. He does a lot for the community. Then you're right. This community is amazing, man. Like, everybody I talk to talks to everybody else. It's really a very nice feeling having our own little world like this.
Yeah, and I think that's the one thing that anybody can rely on here is that everybody here supports everybody, and that's the biggest key. I don't think it matters about, I know we're all joking about but there's some people that get really competitive out there about who's going to make it, who's not, and they're going to get in the way of other people and things like that. We don't do that in this community, and I haven't run into that. I mean, me and Joe have probably about the same amount of subscribers, him a little bit more, but they're just numbers. We're just trying to create cool things for other people too. Like, we go out there and we say, hey, we're tried this cool stuff. We want you to know about it. And we're enjoying our time doing it. And we're meeting some really awesome dudes that are, that are like-minded. And that's the one thing that I always tell. I did a podcast interview this week, and that was what I stated in the podcast interview, was the fact that the community itself is just awesome because we're like-minded. We're all trying to just grow a beard. We're trying to be cool, and we're trying to help other people do the same thing.
Well, you know what else I like about this community is that It's almost like when you walk through the bearded gates, if you will. Like how I did that one, like the pearly, like the bearded gates.
Awesome.
When you walk through the bearded gates, if you will, you leave everything else behind. All like politics, everything else, it just stays back there. And you walk into our world, it's just this world and what we're doing and what's going on in the community. How can we look out for each other? What can we do for each other? And it's an amazing thing. And some of the people we have in this community who literally seem to live their lives just to help other people. It's really an amazing thing to see.
Well, just like this thing Sunday is not the first, and it will definitely not be the last. But I mean, lots of people getting their jobs cut right now. But I'll be honest with you, we'll have a ton of people show up and try to give whatever they can, and it's not because I'm doing it because I get some free beard oil. It's because they want to help and do whatever they can for the community and helping people. That's awesome.
I'm not going to have money on Sunday, but I'll tell Dave, wait, again, this thing, Dave's over there somewhere. There we go. Whatever. I'll tell Dave that come Tuesday when my check comes in, I'm sending over a donation. I don't know how I'll do it, but however you want me to do it, brother, but I'm sending you over something. So I can't sit there and bid to, bring money in that day, but I am going to send something over.
Hell yeah. So, well, I know I talk a lot. You guys probably regret bringing me on here. I never shut up. But the other thing, I was about to drop an IG video probably this weekend with all of this stuff going on. Like, I'm a challenge guy. Like, I like to issue challenges. I think the only thing that can make this community stronger is making sure we all watch each other's videos, right? Making sure we all subscribe to each other's IG, share it out on our page. I mean, you're not losing anything. Like, I trust every person in this community's judgment because it's an opinion. It doesn't matter, but
That's right.
To watch the community grow, it's going to take all of us like plugging each other, not even plugging. That's not the right word, but support,
Support.
I want to be on all zebra stuff. I want to be on all mech stuff, bearded life, that's the cool part about it. If we can get everybody doing that alleviates who has who subscribers, numbers don't matter. Because we're all supporting each other.
I couldn't agree with you more, man. And it takes nothing. It takes what are we asking for? 10 minutes out of your day? Go subscribe, watch the video real quick. And I get it. There's a lot of us. So you can't just spend all day long watching our videos. I understand that. I get that. But if we all just group together and try to support each other, try to support each other's contents, you're not going to see somebody just disappear out of nowhere then because that feeling is continually there. I don't know about you guys, but when I push my channel button and I see, I got 10 views yesterday, it might only be 10 views to somebody else, but to me, it's like, hell, man, 10 people wanted to watch me. That's awesome to me.
Yeah.
And the nice thing, too, if we support each other is we also learn, new styles watching each other and take a little bit from each other,
And Joe has a good point. So there's no such thing as too many reviewers. More the merrier. Join the party. Review some stuff. There are so many companies out there that get lost, and that's why we brought up some of these companies that nobody's heard of, because there's so many. We need more reviewers to be able to hit those guys so that we can bring good products up. I mean, it's just a great opportunity for camaraderie. It's a great opportunity to get some of those beard companies that they put their love and, blood, sweat, and tears into this stuff. So let them get some light. Let them get some opportunities. And then also for us as reviewers, it's artistic. Upping your game, being able to create art and, great videos that people will want to be entertained by, especially during times like this.
Right.
So I have go ahead, Zebra. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like Ryan. I liked his top-down view unboxing that he did, except for the fact that it was upside down. But other than that, it was really good. I liked seeing that top-down unboxing view that he did.
Yeah, I like that as well.
Yeah, and there's a whole squad of new guys like Purposely Bearded. Tevin's putting out quality work. D. Canales, I probably mispronounced his last name. The Bearded Reviewer. I mean, there's just so many guys that are coming in that need that what is that? It's like an embrace, you know, like
Mhm.
welcome to the community. Like you guys are welcome here. Like keep rocking. It's just a cool thing to watch.
It is.
I can't remember who it was. I had one of them reach out to me. They started doing videos with their kid. You know what I mean? They're doing unboxings and stuff like that. And he messaged me and he's like, "Hey, just wanted you to know I started doing videos for my son. I didn't want you to think like you're trying to steal your idea or your thing." I'm like, why would I? That's awesome, dude. Get your family. That's why me and Sam are doing this. We want people to see it and be like, "Oh, this would be cool to bring my kids into this." We want to turn it into a family thing. So if I see more people doing that, I think it's awesome.
Right, exactly. That's why I chose to put Caden in there too, because of the same reasons. Because he gets to hang out with Dad, you know, and talk beard stuff. And maybe this is an opportunity to show my son how to properly take care of a beard, which later he'll have.
Yeah, I think one of the.
Sorry, go ahead, Ryan.
I think the hardest part about being creator too is like the gear. Not only the beard stuff, but it's like different lights. Trying to figure out which one, or like the lighter.
Or having the money for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you do, you rock what you got, right? You rock what you got.
No,
but
I mean, of course. But sometimes you're just like, man, I want to get something else, you know, to make it more unique or
Up the game.
Well, it's, you know, sometimes it's just by changing out your angles. You know, when I mean, just like what Zebra was saying is it just an angle change on how you're doing. Like sometimes you're going straight at it. Sometimes if you just go at a different angle, that just changes it up and makes it a little bit more artistic, a little bit more flamboyant. Add a little bit of music into your, you know, whatever it is that your video creator tool is using.
Wait,
go ahead.
Naughty shut down?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Naughty shut down for good though? Are we sure about this? Or is he shutting down because of what's going on?
I was gonna say there's some that are closed down for what's going on right now, but
yeah, sometimes it's for good. I know that Barber's Bay is a guy that I was actually talking to from out of England that just said I can't do it. I'm done.
Sounds like it's for good because he said 2 of my faves gone.
That's amazing, man. Those are 2 very good companies. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean,
I think I talked to again. You know, and I was supposed to do a review on a company, and by the time I was getting ready to do it, they were gone.
No, he's gone. I talked to him personally. Wow, that actually hurts.
That's too bad.
Right here, because the man who owns Naughty is an awesome individual, and I've had more than one conversation with the man. That's tough, man. That's tough to hear that. I didn't even know he had really close the door. That's a hard one. But it was something I was worried about when all this started. And it's the economic downturn for a lot of these companies. The reality is that some of them are thinking, okay, I'm going to have to close my doors till this is over. But we don't know when it's going to be over. Can you be closed for 6 months maybe and come back? Not a lot of companies can afford to do that.
Right. It's just like, you know, Trump was saying, you know, hopefully this whole thing can be done and over by Easter. I personally think it might be longer than that.
It's going to be longer than that.
I think it's going to be longer than that. And like I said, my dad said it's going to be 30% worse before it gets better. And I believe it.
Yeah, he probably has a point there. Very big point.
But so I have a surprise for you guys.
Oh, here we go.
So did you guys watch one of my newest videos? Do you guys know do you guys know the meaning behind this?
Yes.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Right. So you all know that I've been haggled into wearing this to do the scent challenge, right?
Yep.
Well, I was talking with Sam before I came on, and she's like, "Oh, you're going to be live on Reviewer's Table?" And I said, "Yeah." She was like, "Well, I bet you none of them have the guts to do the scent challenge."
Oh, challenge. Oh, Dave is in. I was just going to say it. Dave is in. I think we got some. I think she's got some. I'm in.
She didn't know Dave was going to be on, but if I know Dave was going to be on, I'd be like, "No, Dave's going to do it." Dave will do it, and he'll find the most outlandish friggin' blindfold possible to wear through it, too.
Yep.
Awesome.
But she's throwing the gauntlet down. She wants to know if you guys think you can do it.
Challenge. Let's see who else wants it. I'm in it. Dave's in it. We know Ryan's in it, so I think we have some.
But I'm in.
There we go. We're scent challenge. I think it's a scent challenge. So I think we're blindfolding and then trying to smell the scents.
And you have to pick out the scent, not just the scent profile. You have to pick out like the name of that scent.
Oh.
And the company.
And the company?
I don't know if you have to nail because it depends. Because like if it's a tobacco and vanilla scent, like those are going to be hard to nail down to that specific company.
True.
But if it's a specific scent profile to a specific company, then yeah, you're probably, that's what Sam did a few times. She nailed it. Like when it was the munchies, she was like, oh, that's chronic, the munchies. Like she went 9 out of 10. I got to beat 9 out of 10. That means I got to be perfect. Perfect. I'm done. I've already lost.
I'm in. So let's figure that one out, and then we'll have to ship the whatever they're testing it. How are we doing that? We're just sending little vials.
What?
Little vials of scent profiles, or?
No, man. You guys can use whatever you want to use there.
Okay.
Do it the way we did it. I had Sam go out of the room. I grabbed 10 bottles of whatever, threw it all on the table. She came in blindfolded, sat her down. I said, okay, let's go. And we just went for it.
There you go.
Nice.
I'm telling you, when we do ours, she's going to grab the most obscure scent profiles that I haven't tried since I reviewed the company, probably. She's going to try and embarrass me all she can when she does this.
That's the whole job. That's a kid's job, is to embarrass parents. So we're hitting 9:15. So I know that some of us have a hard deadline. So anybody who I think we're going to keep it open for a little bit because we know that this is our outlet right now, guys. But anybody who feels like they need to drop off, go ahead.
Now is the time.
Now is the time to drop off at 8:15. So we want happy wives, happy lives.
That's gonna be me. I got family.
All right, Mech.
Yep.
All
Thanks,
right.
Chad.
See you later, guys.
See ya.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off to baby's tea, then I'm gonna go help her lay her down.
Yep.
All right,
No
brother.
problem.
Dave, thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go as well.
Okay.
All right, later.
Cool. Well, we got 3 guys hanging. Thank you guys for coming in.
Hey, Prac,
Yeah.
how would you feel about me sharing the link to the feed here? And if somebody wants to join us, they can jump in.
Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go too, guys.
Okay. See you later,
Yeah,
Scott. See
Take
you,
care,
buddy.
guys.
See, this is why we needed Ryan back. I knew Ryan was going to stay.
Yeah, of course. Ryan's got a couple minutes here.
Me and Ryan have gone
Yeah,
live at 4 in the morning before.
Oh, I can't believe that. I can't believe some of these companies have dropped out. That's crazy.
So I got
so here it is, guys. You want to join the reviewers table for a little while? Come on and talk. I'm posting the link.
Yeah, if anybody who wants to come out and support us and hang out for a few minutes. I know this is a Friday night, and most of us are caged up in our house.
Some of you
can
guys
not
see this label not very often, huh? I don't see this label very often.
What is the label?
Fragile. Handle with care.
No. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time. Like somebody actually saying that.
Okay. It won't let me.
Good to hang out. No, we haven't chatted too much. Bearded Talk with Kyle and Joe is on.
Well, I mean, if you know what? Tell them I'll send them the link through their Instagram.
Yeah, so
because it won't
anybody,
let me post it.
Yeah, go ahead and join us.
So Kyle, Joe, I'll send you guys the link right now.
Yeah. I know that we talked about this and we were like, it's a Friday. We've been cooped up. I've been cooped up for like 2.5 weeks now. So and we've had some craziness at our house. So my, not to depress anybody, but my grandson was really, really, really ultra sick. And that's who actually we had a FaceTime with him. He is actually out of the clear, a little bit in the clear. He's going home from the hospital.
Reform sucks.
Yeah.
That's funny. Actually, Tyson, I'm quite enjoying Reform, brother. It is a very nice scent, and Barden is changing my friggin' world right now.
I told you, Barden is the gold standard, and he is an excellent guy, and he has an excellent product.
Yeah, he's absolutely changing my world at the moment. It's insanity, actually.
Yeah, what did you get from him?
I got the Reformed Trio. I got the oil butter bomb.
Oh, see, I don't have that. I have 3 or 4 of his other products, and his butter is amazing. His bombs are amazing. His just the scent profiles, and they, there may be 3 or 4 different scents in them. It's not extremely complex. But what I liked about them the most was that they were complex enough, and they felt so good in beard, just so good in beard. They knock your socks off, and he gets some locally sourced stuff. It's huge. It's huge. I think that because he gets some locally sourced stuff, it is so much more premium.
I have yet to try them.
You are missing out, Ryan. He is excellent. He has some of the best products. He sent my son
tobacco. Yeah, that's tobacco bourbon leather, right?
Awesome. Yeah. TBL is awesome.
Straight A, Rob from Straight A Beard. I mean, every time I talk to him, he's like, tobacco, bourbon. Like, he's on me to get that one. And I told him that I am planning on making another purchase from Barden soon, and that'll be my next one. So
do it. I have his. He made one for Caden. Smells amazing. I've been trying to get him to put that into his lineup because I love the smell. He called it Caden's Desert. And it's awesome. A little bit of sandy.
Other Ryan down there. It's been hard to make purchases lately because I've been trying to save up for this move. Oh. So like my beard purchases have been like very limited. That's why I've also been kind of not around as much lately.
It's a real situation though, because so I do cleanups on the side because I'm not allowed to work a normal job. I clean up after parties at a local Knights of Columbus, right? So you come in, trash the place. I come in, I clean it up. And we've been shut down for now because of everything going on. And disability is not a lot, guys. It's just not. So the hard fact is that while this is going on, my beard purchases might stop for a while. And that really hurts, but it might just be the reality of it. And we have a new guest, and I'm talking to you while he entered the room. We didn't even acknowledge him. What's up, brother?
What's going on, buddy?
Dude, don't let me interrupt. Keep going, man. Keep that flow going.
Yeah.
No, yeah. It's just, it's the reality of the situation. It hurts. It really does, because what the beard mail is really, like, it's not just for me either. Like, Sammy Cakes will come home from school and see a package sitting from a beard company in the mail, and she's like uber hyped coming through the door. She's like, Dad. That's all. That might have to stop for now, because the reality is that after I pay my rent, pay my phone bill, take care of the necessities in life, that the disability check just doesn't leave a lot of wiggle room, really. It was all coming from the side job I had that allowed me to do these things. And that all might have to stop for a while now.
Right. Well, the other thing is that I've been talking about maybe we can share the love a little bit more, and we can talk about that offline a little bit. But I know that all of us get products that we are probably never going to use again. I would say 95% of the products that I get, I probably can't. I mean, I have a small arsenal at this point of beard products that will sit on my shelf and probably either go bad. So I think that there's opportunities to like sharing, just like, hey, I'll send you it. Here you go. Here's what I tried out.
Damn it.
Right.
That man.
It's like a blessing and a curse, doing reviews, because we all have those companies that we do love. And then we're trying to use those up as well as test out new products that we're constantly getting in, So then like all the other stuff that we've tried and whatever, just kind of get.
Hey, Joe, somebody's really happy to see you, Joe. I don't know if you can see the chat.
Yeah,
somebody's really happy.
I'm texting Kyle. I'm trying to get him to join in with us, my other half. I think he was just putting his kid to bed, so he may be joining as well.
Oh,
well,
right on.
Nick Man said, Joe, he's so happy to see your beautiful face.
Dude, Let me throw that up.
Mick, I appreciate that. It's so good. It's good to always have you in the chat too, man. I'm actually
Mick is awesome.
Getting ready to pull up these chats so I can see them too.
Yeah, cool. So how's it going, buddy? So I don't think I've ever met you. I don't think I've ever really talked to you. So what's going on? What's going on in your world?
Man, not too much. Just just adjusting like everyone else is. And this was my first week of working from home. So my agency that I work for, all of us are just really just adjusting like everyone else. Just living one day at a time, and just using this time to spend with my beautiful wife, our four-legged child that we have and love so much, and just enjoying each other's company. And then, of course, putting all the focus on our beard channel, doing things like this, getting more deep into the bearded community, which is always great. So yeah, just hanging in there. That's all we can do right now.
Yeah,
I feel
absolutely.
like the automated here. I'm the ones. I'm still going to work. Not that you guys aren't going to work, but I gotta drive my 30, 40 minutes to work.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't even imagine going out.
Which is okay, I guess, because I'm not stuck at home.
Listen, I get nervous every day, unfortunately, Monday through Saturday, because my little sister, who I love very much, still has to work her full-time job, and she works at a hospital, and every time she goes into that hospital, they have cases in that hospital. It's there. She knows it's there, but there's not much she can do. She still has to work. So it's a scary situation right now for her, I'm sure, and for all of us, really.
I'm sure anybody working in the medical field right now is probably feeling the pressure from either trying not to get it or people who are coming in.
I know I think that this is the one. My experience recently was that it's so scary that I even think that some of the medical workers are freaked out a little bit as well.
They said they've had quite a few people quit, just walk out because they're scared. And I understand completely. They're nervous. They don't, they see a case come in and they automatically, all the worst scenarios go through your head. And there's just no way around that, really.
Right. They're even, and sorry if you guys said this, I was trying to multitask, but yeah, they're trying to pull people out of retirement to come in and help out and do those kind of things. I know for my job, I'm a caseworker for a children's service agency. So I investigate any sort of child abuse and neglect. And, for our state mandates, we're still, even though we're working from home, I'm still expected to meet my mandates and go to people's houses and make sure that everything's good, which is, it's
that's scary. Yeah, it's honestly scary.
Right. So I just have to take the necessary steps to just be more cautious and be more creative when I do my home visits and
bodysuits, bubble boy.
Yeah, it's scary.
You know how we say 100% transparency, right, in life, and this, or at least in our little beard group here, we're all transparent, right?
Absolutely.
So Joe, man, once upon a time, you said you work for the Child's Protective Agency or whatever it is. I'm sorry, what do they call it now? Yeah. Once upon a time, man, my hatred for you guys ran very deep.
Oh yeah,
and it was a bad situation, really. Unfortunately, I was in. My ex is a recovering addict now.
Okay.
And because of that, Dyfus was called in, and we were separated, actually. Sam was staying with her at the time. Mm-hmm. And they did all they could, for whatever reason, as my ex kept failing drug test after drug test, to give her back to her mother. They just would not even consider me an option until she literally walked in the courtroom in handcuffs. And through the whole process, I was just so angry at them the whole time. I'm like, I don't understand this. And so for a long time, man, I harbored a lot of evil feelings towards that whole setup, man. It was just not a good experience for me. But I also realized that you guys have probably done so much good for so many kids who really needed the protection. So it was just my own personal situation back then.
Yeah, and that's that's not uncommon. I know when I'm involved in a family's life that I'm definitely not their favorite person that they want to see. I know I'm not the person that they look forward to, to getting to know and everything like that. And yeah, just like anything else, a children's service agency definitely has, flaws. But we're in a position where no matter what decision that we make, somebody's going to be negatively impacted by it. So we need to make the best decision that we feel is going to protect that child the most. And and unfortunately, when we make that decision, it's going to hurt somebody, and emotionally, mentally. But trust me. I mean, I'd be naive to believe that we make perfect decisions, and we don't. That's the bottom line. And I think what people need to understand is child safety is obviously our number one obligation, but when we have a child that's in our custody, our number two obligation is to try to reunify that child with the parent that we removed that child from, and hope that they work an effective and efficient case plan so that reunification can happen, and we can hopefully avoid anything ever happening to that child. So I don't know if maybe that was like why that agency, when they were involved with you, why they tried so hard to get her back with mom. Maybe because it was in regards to like some kind of case plan. But I mean, I'd be naive to say that we make perfect decisions. So
I think like dads were home more with the kids. Like, I guess maybe they just assumed I wasn't all that involved, so they didn't want to just put Sam with me. Like it really was a fight for a while there, and it really was tough. But again, like you said, you'd be naive to think like you guys don't make mistakes. I'd be naive to think you guys didn't do good. I understood that it was just a bad situation all around. And because it was my situation, it was very hard for me to remove myself from that situation and see it from everybody's aspect. I was just seeing it from my own aspect and how angry I was at the time.
It's funny. Yeah, and you're absolutely right, because you never know what it's like until it's your own family that's going through it. I tell my coworkers all the time, I love you, but please don't be knocking on my door for anything. But it's not. We know when we're involved in someone's life, it's because there's not an enjoyable experience going on. So we just do our best to try to develop a relationship, and
sorry to take us down the negativity road there for a minute.
No, that's okay. That's okay. You know what, though? That's all about perspective. And this is an opportunity, honestly, to talk about perspective. And now you've gotten a new perspective on something that you probably didn't even think about it like that. That, and especially with a bearded community member, that's a cool opportunity to be able to see that everything is perspective. And we don't realize it all the time because we're living in this moment when we're with our experiences, but somebody else's experiences, they're doing their own thing for a reason. And I think that for you, I think that's just a passion to help kids. That's a great opportunity. And that's exactly what, as a parent, that's what I do for my kids. And you're doing it for other people's kids that may not have a voice.
Absolutely. I mean, that's, what we want to do is advocate for the kids, and also, but advocate for the parents who, are doing the right thing. Because there's been plenty of times where I respond to a new case. I go out there and everything is completely fine. You get a spiteful caller who, she looked at me the wrong way. So I'm going to call Children's Services and say that they're doing this to their kids and things like that. And where that's a waste of my time, where there could be somebody who really could need my services. I will say it's also a relief that I go into that situation and can see and determine that, no, there's not a child that's being, hurt in any sort of way too. But
that's always a good sign. I know that, so divorced parents play that card quite a bit. And I think you guys know that, but that's a divorced parents, especially a spiteful divorced parent. Will play that card like all the time.
Oh yeah. I've been to a few domestic court hearings, and they're probably the worst things to be a part of.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that though. So I had a quick story for you, right? So after my ex gets out of jail and she cleans up and all that, and she's getting her life back together, we had decided that me and her were done. It just wasn't, there was too much baggage in between to kind of find our way back to being us again. We knew that there had been too much damage done, and it was over, right? So we amicably decided to get the divorce done, right? So we went to court and everything, and we're sitting there waiting to get called in. And when they called us in, she's got this thing ever since all that happened, and she went to jail and all. She's very nervous in courtrooms, right? So she reached down and grabbed my hand, and we walked into our divorce proceeding holding hands, and we walked out holding hands. Like, the judge was like so thrown off. He's like, "Wait a minute, you guys sure you want?" Like, no, we're positive we want the divorce. We just don't hate each other, and there was no reason to come in here all, spewing hate and everything. We just want this over with. We're done. So it was very easy, very simple, and I think if more people could do it that way, life would be a lot easier for so many people involved.
I completely agree. I didn't have that. I did not have that. I had 18 years of my life going, and I've talked to DES several times because my ex-wife was that spiteful person who would call DPS on you.
Yeah, that's...
it was always quashed. It was always quashed, and actually she got into trouble more than I did ever. But it's unfortunate, and the sad thing, this is what always really, it's the kids that get hurt. And that's the part that I think Joe is onto something. If you can possibly work amicably, even if you don't like them, doesn't mean you have to be married to them, but for your kids' sake, be amicable. Try to work it out. Try to work out. And, just sometimes you just realize that we don't work anymore. Joe, you're absolutely right on that. Sometimes you just realize go ahead.
I don't like my ex, personally speaking. Okay. I don't, more because she's just not there for Sam as much as I wish she was. She doesn't help him much, but she's still Sam's mother. At the end of the day, that's Sam's mother, and Sam loves her. So me spewing hate and being angry isn't going to do any good. I'm going to take care of Sam with or without her help, and all I hope is that she still checks in her daughter from time to time because Sam does love her. So I will keep it as amicable as I possibly can for as long as I can.
Yep. That's the way to do it, man. That's the way to do it. I did it. I wish I would have had that opportunity. Now, what's funny is that now that my kids are over 18, me and my ex-wife actually somewhat talk civilly now. So it's things do work out. And I think that the girls actually, even though they're older, kind of appreciate the fact that, we kind of are somewhat getting along now.
That's crazy too, because
I'm sure they do, brother. Yeah,
they know what's going on.
Yeah, that's
the way
it doesn't matter how they were.
We'll never talk bad about each other in front of our little girl. That'll stay between me and her. Never yelling, screaming, whatever. So
good for you, right? Good for you.
That's why God invented a punching bag. When they make you angry, walk away, hit the bag. Hit the bag, okay? Just walk away, guys, because I promise you, if you don't walk away, nothing positive is coming out of that situation. Walk away.
Yeah. True point. So Mr. Kyle and you're Joe, right?
No, that's Joe.
Joe is. I was like, wait a second. I was looking at Kyle and Joe, and I'm like, wait a second.
Joe's got the big Viking red beard.
Yeah, and I'm lacking the mustache.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. So now
don't feel bad, dude. It ain't really here for me either. It's okay.
It's all good. So I saw a live stream that you were on with Mr. Dan.
Yeah.
How was that experience? As Joe will point out, the other Joe, I have like this man crush for Mr. Dan. I've been talking to Dan since I got on, but how was it with the man?
Yeah, so it was a video that it wasn't a live stream that we were on with him, but it was one of his videos on his channel. And how it came about was me and Kyle were both on his Monday stream that he does, and he had mentioned that he was doing a get together at the Buffalo Wild Wings by his house, and he's like, I would love to see some of you guys make the trip, and so we can do a hangout. So I was like, and me, Kyle and Dan, they were talking a lot even before we started doing reviews, and I would talk to Dan here and there and ask him like questions, beer tips and things like that, but I didn't talk to Dan nearly as much as Kyle did. But during that stream, I told Kyle, I was like, man, we talked to Dan enough. Let's make the trip to Michigan. It's only 4 hours. Let's make the drive. So we messaged Dan and said, we'll be up there. And we started talking more about it. And he's like, well, why don't you stop over? Let's record something, and then we'll go to B-Dubs and do that. So, yeah. So, that's really how it all played out. And then he was like, I have this idea. There's been a lot of people asking me to do, this certain kind of video about, certain beard flaws and how to, rock out your beard with those flaws. And he was like, I think that'll be a good one for, you guys to join me on. So, and I was like, yeah, that's perfect. Because, obviously I am lacking the mustache thing. So I'll definitely talk about that and, talk about how I, still rock a beard out regardless of having a mustache or not. And that's how it started, and it was a great time. Dan is just as awesome in person as you see, on his stream, on his channel. Has met the super sniffer Sam. She's just as cool as well. And yeah, it was just a great experience. And yeah, his studio is something else, man. That was cool to be a part of.
Yeah.
So can I tell you just? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Did I cut you off, Frank? You good?
No, you're good.
All right. So can I tell Joe the seething and ridiculous envy my child had seeing you guys standing there with Dan? That's like one of her dreams in life, is to do a video with Dan. And when she saw you guys there, she was like, "Oh man!" She's like, "See, Dad, it could happen." I'm like, "Dad, I don't drive. How am I getting this to Detroit? Exactly. How are we getting to Michigan?"
Yeah. It was honestly just something that kind of just, the opportunity was there, and it turned into something more than what we expected. Me and Kyle, we literally wanted to just meet Dan, eat some wings, have a couple adult beverages, and enjoy that time talking about beards. We had no expectations that we were gonna be on his channel. That's not why we did it. That was a bonus to us, and it was a great experience, and definitely something that we'll remember for a very long time. Because I would say that I was pretty starstruck at first. Like we pulled into his neighborhood, and I looked at Kyle, and I'm like, dude, this is like happening.
That is so cool. So cool. I feel like a mere mortal, compared to this. And I binge watched Dan when I first got onto the beard, and I was like, I just binge watched his stuff for like days. My wife's like I now know the theme song for that guy in my sleep. So I was like, this is. Yeah, he's like a legit, and then he was answering your DM. So at first you're like nervous when you answer your DM. You're like, I'm talking to the guy that is like on that stream right now. I'm talking to him, but he's so personable. And I think that as I've gotten, it's been a year now since I've been involved in the community. I'll tell you that he's helpful, extremely helpful, and just doing the reviewing stuff he's helpful.
One of my favorite stories to tell about Dan, and it'll be this way forever, and it's a story that'll always keep Dan, no matter what else happens, I'll always think Dan's a good guy at the core of it, is that right around Christmas time, I messaged Dan and I said, hey, listen, and we had been talking a few times here and there when I was first starting my channel and stuff. I said, listen, Sam loves you guys. Like, she loves you. She loves the videos with you and Sam in it. Anytime she sees a video of them, she grabs the phone from me and she's like, hi, Dan. Hi. She loves them. I'm like, I wanted to do something cool for her. So I was like, listen, I want to order a shirt from you, but I was wondering if you guys could like throw in like a personal Christmas card or something to her, So Dan messages me back and he's like, yeah. He's like, we have the shop and everything. Send me your address and we'll get it all figured out. So I sent him my address and everything, and I'm waiting for him to, answer me about like what shirts were available and stuff. And a week goes by and I don't hear from him. And I'm like, all right, he's busy. I get it. I'm not going to hold it against him. When a package shows up at my door and it says it's from Dan State. And I'm like, what? And it's to Sam. He didn't ask me for money. He didn't ask me for anything. He just sent it to her with the card and everything else. and even detailing like certain videos and stuff that he liked watching her in, and he thought she was funny. It was like the greatest moment in the world for her, and he just did it because he just wanted to.
He's a great guy.
Yeah,
He's a
that's
great
awesome. Guy. Yeah.
And I agree with Mr. Bearded Strickland that Tyson's the same way. I don't know, faithfully bearded. I felt I had him on one of my discussions once, and it is a little overwhelming the first time you get somebody that has, tons of subscribers.
The mega following.
Yeah, it's a certain amount of subscribers, and you're like, I've been watching this guy on live streams since I started doing this, and you're kind of starstruck for a second, like, hey, and then they just become kind of a normal dude to you after a bit. And I think that's probably what your experience is, Joe. Do you say that he just became kind of a normal dude for a second?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, just seeing. It was just funny because he talks about the 2 or 3 things that that's unique about him. He's never had a salad, or he's never worn jeans and stuff like that. Well, yeah, the jeans thing is absolutely right. We left for B-dubs and he was in sweatpants and all. So, it's just yeah, he's a normal dude. He's just just doing great things for this community. But yeah, I mean, he's just as normal as anyone else.
Oh, that's not good because I'm not very normal. So if he's just as normal as me, he's in bad shape.
You're just unique, man.
We're all unique. That's actually a saying that me and my daughter have, because a little boy once, when she was younger, called Sam weird. And to be fair here, when she was like 7 or 8, she wasn't your typical girl's girl. She had a dad raising her. So she was a little more on the boyish side at the time. And, they called her weird, right? So she came home all upset about it. And I said, Sam, what are you worried about? And she's like, well, he said I'm weird. I said, yeah, but why would you want to be normal? Normal is boring. I'm like, weird people are unique. They have something to bring to the table. So now that's like a saying between me and her. We don't want to be normal. We'd rather be weird. We're good with that. Weird people are unique.
That's right. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what's kind of cool is that we get to have different as reviewers, we all have our different styles, and I think that's the one thing that is really cool about you, Joe, is that you have the ability to have your daughter on there. Mm-hmm. I know that kids don't want to hang out with their dads that much. And the fact that yours is like realizing it, saying, hey, this is the time I get to hang out with my dad. I love it. Cherish that moment. My daughters, now they want to hang out with me. They're like 18 and over. Now they're out of the house, but they didn't when they were teenagers. That's for sure.
So it's starting a little bit already. It is, she's getting a little older now, and she's got more friends on the phone and all that good stuff. And I'll be like, hey, you want to do this video with me? And I'll get but I'm on FaceTime, right? So then I'll be like, all right. And I just walk away. And then like 2 minutes later, I get a knock at my door, and she's like, I'm sorry, Dad, I'll do the video with you. And she comes and sits down with me, and I'm like, okay, so she's still there. She's changing a little bit, but she's still there right now. So
has she jumped on the TikTok thing yet?
Oh yeah.
Have you been doing it yet?
Not yet. She's trying to get me into some of them, but not yet.
You'll be doing that soon. Don't worry.
Yeah, I will. I'll do anything for her, and she knows that. I've acted like an idiot more than once for her. It won't be the first time, and it won't be the last time.
Nope.
So I'm a little guilty on this. I have no reason to be on TikTok at all, other than I am.
You're like Johnny Grooms?
I have like 2,500 followers on TikTok right now. I'm
slowly going
up. Yep, slowly going up.
So wait, time out. TikTok. If you guys get a chance, if you're on TikTok for whatever reason, my buddy, Sarcastically Joe. Okay, he's a guy I grew up with. He's an EMT. He makes some of the funniest videos you will ever see in your life. Okay, if not, just go on his Instagram because he posts them on there too. Sarcastically Joe, just some of the funniest stuff you will ever see. Sorry,
I have to go check him out.
Shameless plug for my buddy.
No, that's awesome. That's TikTok is really cool about just being a creator. And I think that as reviewers, we kind of understand that getting in front of a camera and doing something, You know, even if it is lip syncing, I think it makes you feel kind of comfortable to lip sync to something you know. But there's people on there that have really great content. There's people that there's kids on there. There's adults on there just trying to get in front of a camera and do something, you know, become TikTok famous. I don't know, but you know, I'm becoming, it's like a thing. I like post every day. I have some friends on there. It's kind of a little community of people that want to do fun videos together. They have like families, they call them, where it's like they do similar videos together, like 80s family, where they do like 80s music together. It's fun. It's a little community. Actually, it's a huge community, and it's millions and millions of people watch these TikTok videos. It's like the next Instagram.
You know, TikTok started as something else first, though. It was musically to begin with.
Oh, we got somebody.
My daughter was really big then. Oh, we got the other half.
Mr. Kyle, I saw you hanging out in the lobby there. There we go. How you doing, buddy?
Now we're breaking the upper echelon of reviewers. We've gone a level up now.
Yeah, we've now gotten some more famous people in. They've met Dan C. personally.
Yeah. They're famous. They're like the coronavirus. They're famous by contact.
That's right. No. Infamous. Yeah. But how's it going, buddy? You just put your daughter to bed. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, my son, he got a little crazy for a second. My wife was putting him to bed, and he started throwing up, and we're like, oh, no.
Ooh.
But he's okay. I think something just didn't agree with him, but he's okay. He's asleep now.
How much of a scare was that, though, for about 10 to 15 minutes?
Yeah, Joe, dude, you're not kidding, man. First time he's ever done that, and my wife was like, kind of screamed for me from downstairs, and I came up, and there's throw up all over him. And oh, man, it was just a pit in my stomach at first.
Yeah, I believe it, man. Listen, Sam's got asthma and stuff, and I said, like, right now I'm already a helicopter parent. I'm not going to lie. I am. Okay. So now I'm even worse. I'm heightened by like 1 million right now. And if she like sniffles, I'm like, you okay? What's going on? You feel all right? Everything's okay, right? Like, right. I don't know any other way to be though. So,
hey man, rather care too much than too little.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
So,
and how
are you guys doing?
Hanging in there.
Living the quarantine life, my friend. Living the quarantine life.
Stay inside. I hear you.
I didn't know that there was I said, hey, it's windy outside today after it was 5.
Yeah.
Oh, it's windy.
Nope. I walked outside this morning. It was the first time I'd walked outside in a while, and I was like, and they were like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm in quarantine mode, sun, bad, all bad. I'm used to the indoors right now, man.
Yeah, good times. I think
you gotta have fun with it somehow.
Yeah, you gotta have some. I mean, there has to be some get out of your house, do something, because I think this is why we decided to keep the live stream going on tonight, because we said we need an outlet. All of us have been cooped up. Let's do some normal stuff. Let's talk about beard reviews and beards.
Can somebody message me later? Can somebody message me later and remind me that this was real and I wasn't losing my mind and just pretending I was talking to 5 people?
I know, no doubt. We had a really good calling. We had a good following today. We had Dave on. We had the Man of Beard dudes, Zebra and Chad, MechBeard, and then we have Kyle and Joe. So we're just ecstatic to have all these awesome people coming in.
Yeah,
I just want to echo this. I want to echo this again. What Dave is doing on Sunday with Dan and Tyson is a very, very awesome thing. And if you guys are watching now, or if you're watching later, Sunday, Dave, that beard guy, KCMO, his YouTube with Dan and everybody else, what they're trying to do is an amazing thing. So if you can, get over there, tune in, help them out, because it's just another example of somebody in this community doing something amazing for others. And that's what really makes me love this community so much.
Right. That's actually the biggest thing of what I tell people. I said, you wouldn't think that this rabbit hole of growing a beard would turn into this. You're like, how did I end up with a bunch of really awesome friends, a community that is so supportive just because I grew a little facial hair, right? Just
so true.
Crazy rabbit hole, but it's awesome. What an awesome thing. I mean, who would know that there's this huge group of guys on Instagram that are just wanting to hang out and be cool. It's just awesome to me, especially these days.
Like your beard is coming in nicely though after your butcher.
I know. You know what? I'll tell you. I've been using Supreme products. I'll be honest with you. I think that had something to really do with why it's doing so well. Is I've been doing the right stuff from day one, and it's because I had good products already. I had good. I've been testing, of course, but the testing stuff that I've been getting is really good stuff. So.
Sorry, I'm hiding my beard. I'm hiding my beard because Kyle gives me beard envy. Kyle's beard is like ridiculous. It makes me feel bad.
I'm like struggling. I'm trying to pull up YouTube so I can pop out the chat, and it's like loading so slow on me. I don't know, maybe because I'm live.
Kyle, you have the biggest technical difficulties. You're so lucky to be partnered with me.
I know, you guys have no idea. Joe carries the team from a technical aspect. You guys have no idea.
Yeah, it's perfect. I mean, me and Kyle, we're a perfect blend. And what's funny is, we're cousins, but what a lot of people don't know, we're actually third cousins, and we've been like best friends since we were hardly out of diapers. And we've been that close for, 27 plus years.
Wow, that's
yeah.
awesome.
The funny thing is like Dan, when we met Dan, he's like, "What, third cousins? I don't even know my first cousins." But if you think about it, it's not that strange. So my dad and his mom are first cousins. That's it.
Right.
Oh, okay. So that's not that.
Yeah. Okay.
When you say it like that, you're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
My dad.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So his parents are my second cousins, and their offspring, Joe, is my third cousin.
Yeah.
No, but I was going to say, you guys really do have a very good dynamic when you're together. Like, you guys work off each other very well, well. And from somebody who does like the 2-man videos a lot, I can tell you that's not as easy as most people would think it is.
No, it's not. And what's funny is one thing that we learned is, we have a few videos where we recorded together. We were in the same room, and after the video, we're like, man, we both agree. We didn't like it. We liked actually being split screened better than actually being in the same room together.
Yeah, It's funny how that works.
Yeah.
I've been doing
I don't know exactly what it was. Because the videos turned out fine. We were very happy with them. It was just, I think it was just some kind of comfort thing, and but
we're just so used to it.
It's definitely unique when you're doing a review with a partner. And the good thing with me and Kyle is I wouldn't say we're polar opposites, but there's a lot about us that are opposite. Like, he's a big, he loves the country music and things, and things like that. I love like heavy metal and
no, he's right. He's right. He's right.
I have the tattoos, he doesn't, and all that kind of stuff. But those two different personalities that we have, I think it's what's made us as successful as we are at this point. And
so you just piqued my interest. Kyle, what are some of your go-to for the country stuff?
Oh man, good question. So I'm a huge, hold on, let me pull you guys back up, man. I apologize. I tried getting in so quick. I wasn't organized, but I'm good now. All right. So I'm a big country music fan. A lot of the stuff now that I like is like the popular stuff. Like I'm a big Scotty McCreery fan, Jason Aldean, those big names, but I'm starting to get into the more like bluegrass country, like the stuff people generally haven't heard of. And of course I can't rattle off any names because I'm just kind of skimming the surface now, but, I love it, man. There's nothing better than, when the sun's going down on a warm night, just sitting outside, listening to some country and just relax and taking like your 15 minutes, that's my opinion.
Totally.
See, I have such a weird eclectic taste when it comes to music. Like I'm all over the place with it, honestly. I listen to just about everything you can think of. And like when it comes to country though, for me, it all started with Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash was the one who wrangled me into that kind of outlaw country stuff.
Nice.
He brought me into that kind of stuff, and it kind of evolved from there. Few of the bands I like, I don't know if you consider them 100% country, but like Whitey Morgan, he's kind of like a rock and country mix almost.
I like Whitey Morgan.
Yeah, I love
You know
Whitey
who-
Morgan and his stuff.
Joe, you know who's good to check out if you're into like rock country? Have you heard of 1,000 Horses?
I have not. I
They
have
sang
not.
the song "Smoke" that was like super popular, like I don't know, 2-3 years ago.
I do know the song you're talking about. I just can't remember. I've never heard the actual name of the band. That's probably because you're somewhere you know who's saying it.
I'm sorry, man. You're breaking up a little bit. I'm sorry.
Am I breaking up for everybody else?
Yep.
Yeah. You got it now.
Uh-oh.
You're on it now. You're on it now.
I'm good now?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, no. I have heard the song before. I just did not know who actually performed the song.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Like about 3-4 years ago, I went to actually my first country concert ever. And because here in Cleveland, we have Blossom Music Center, which is like one of the best like venues in the country. But it draws some serious names like Kenny Chesney comes every year, Aldine comes every year, people like that.
I saw Lil Wayne there.
Right, yeah, all different genres. And it was Thomas Rhett, and then Jason Aldean was the headliner, but the opener was 1,000 Horses, and I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. I don't really want to see them, and honestly, I walked away with enjoying them just as much as like Aldean. So it's funny how that works.
Yeah. So I went to a Toby Keith about probably.
nice.
So to go back to this, yeah, me and my wife have seen Straight. We've seen Garth. We've seen everybody out there. At least sometimes twice, 3 times. But we saw a little guy out of nowhere. His name was Sean Patrick McGraw. And he was opening and I've been friends with him and following him since that Toby Keith concert. And he's just a no-name guy that played. I think he just joined one of the guys, one of the headliner or one of the people that was the pre-artists were sick. And he just kind of jumped in for like 1 or 2 tour dates. And then he moved back into Nashville, and just a guy who rides around on his motorcycle.
That's awesome.
You know, he lives in Nashville, but he's like he's kind of not really as in it, but it's interesting. My sister lives in Nashville.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so she's starting to get into. She was in LA doing the rock stuff for a long time. So she's a publicist, and she's been doing that stuff for a while. And then went to Nashville and just is really kind of digging Nashville specifically isn't all country anymore. It's a lot of rock is in there now too.
I believe it. That's on my bucket list, man. I've always wanted to go.
Grand Ole Opry, man. I hear you.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go see Brad Paisley at the Grand Ole Opry.
That would be sweet. Yeah, Paisley comes into town every year to Blossom. He's definitely on my bucket list. My buddy went to go see him last summer and said he had like a guitar song. He said it was just like a 3-minute solo, and he said it was unbelievable.
Yeah, he's amazing. I've seen him 3 times. I would say he's my favorite country artist because I'm a guitarist.
Oh, okay.
So but he as a guitarist, the other person who plays amazing licks is Keith Urban. Amazing guitarist.
Yeah, I didn't get into Keith Urban till he was like on American Idol. My wife and I used to watch it, and I was just like, like almost like he's kind of feminine, you know what I mean? And then you listen to him perform, and you're like, wow.
He's flaming good. He's like he flies on that guitar, and he also sings really well. So, and he's Australian, of course. So he's part of one of those Aussie squads. But definitely a great. And the ones that I think recently, the only concerts that I've been disappointed in is Rascal Flatts.
That's funny that you say that. I saw Rascal Flatts when I was in high school, and I was just like,
Yeah, it's like they played the same. It's like their albums are all the same, and I think they're kind of coming out of vogue now. I mean, they're kind of like not as big as they used to be, but it's like, okay, how many Broken Road songs can they sing on?
Right. Yeah.
So, hey, Joe, you were saying that you're more of a metalhead, right?
Yes, yeah.
But then you just said you went to go see Lil Wayne, so now I'm confused. Are you more like me, sir?
Well, I'm very, very, very eclectic with my music.
Okay, yeah.
But metal is probably my number one choice if I had to pick one genre to listen to for the rest of my life. But I'm actually like really big onto a lot of like 80s synth type music and things like that. A lot of a good amount of rap.
Yeah, me too.
But I've tried giving country a try. I can't. Me and Kyle just need a road trip again, and he's just gotta have to like just play some stuff, and I'll give it a go again.
So maybe you haven't lost your you haven't lost a wife yet, or a dog, or washing machine.
Lost the peanut butter to go with the jelly.
That's right. You haven't lost it yet.
Yeah,
country is
big old pickup truck and just roll around in the mud, and then maybe I don't know.
I'll tell you, everyone who tells me they're like, "Oh, country music's depressing," I'm like, "You're not listening to the right country music." I listen to the most like uplifting country music.
Yeah, it's absolutely true.
The only
country is like a Volbeat.
Who?
What's that name?
Rockabilly.
Oh, that's what a lot of people think that some people still think that country is like that, but it's not like that.
Like
anymore.
what? I couldn't hear him.
Rockabilly. Go ahead, Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Volbeat, like rockabilly.
No, man, I think it's more of like a storytelling art, honestly. And the way they present things and everything else, I just love listening to the actual content that the artist is putting out. And maybe that's the reason that I don't like a lot of new music today. Like, there's an actual genre out there called friggin' mumble rap. This is a genre where you don't have to make any sense. You can just mumble over a beat and make millions. I don't listen to anything currently, dude. It's just I haven't listened to a new artist in a long time.
I'll tell you though that country is. Is that going to be your next mumble rap? So, what's your favorite metal band, Joe?
Well, I would say my favorite metal band of like all time would probably be like System of a Down. That was probably like, yeah, because Kyle's brother, he has an older brother, and he's kind of more in the same line with the music as I am. And me and him went to that concert, and it was like I had tears in my eyes. That's how excited I was being there and stuff like that. But
good time.
They're probably like my favorite, and I'll listen to them like all day, every day if I could. But also, there's so many different like subgenres of metal and stuff like that too.
Yeah, it depends on if you're. So I play guitar, so I've been into the metal scene for a long time, since the 80s. And so I still have my old 80s. I got the Crew still playing in the background. I got still some Def Leppard and stuff. But I like some of the newer stuff, like Mastodon's come out. System of the Down's really great. I think Five Finger Death Punch, awesome band. Five Finger Death Punch, right?
Yeah.
But some really great bands that are now out there that are just as, I think, heavier. They have really good, they don't have to have the thrash metal sound to them. I still like thrash metal. Yeah. But yeah, some still good stuff out there that are being produced now. It's not just old 80s stuff, which is good. I like that.
I think what really pulled me into metal was White Zombie, Rob Zombie. I think
that was awesome.
Yeah, White Zombie was awesome, and then he kind of went. Yeah, then he shifted towards being just Rob Zombie and stuff.
Yeah, that's when, and Rob still was a good band, but I think that White Zombie was like the thing that made him.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Thunder Kiss 65.
Oh, yeah.
So
amazingly hard.
Let me ask a question. I don't mean to change the subject, but Ryan, man, how'd the move go? Are you there? Are you in Oregon?
No, I'm still in Arizona right now, man.
Oh, yeah. All this stuff going on probably put a damper on it, huh?
Well, see, the thing is, like, I got a essential job right now, and then I keep hearing borders are closed over there, so trying to even do anything or even find a job.
Yes, Sam.
Yeah.
Near impossible.
There she is.
I hear you.
Come on.
So.
Well, glad to hear you're still working at least.
Yeah.
What's up, Sammy? Thanks.
Stashing the money.
We're all saying hi to you. I know you're bored. I know.
Hey, Sammy.
So
She's going stir crazy.
I kid you not that all the kids that I saw on this live stream today was like that.
Because I was talking about doing the thing.
Oh, you guys been on over 2 hours now, huh?
No, don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to go on right now. It doesn't.
Yeah. So yeah, my wife is calling me away. So
that's it. We're done. Come on.
Yeah. So you guys will have to either jump to your own streams or. But
yeah, no. I got to charge
really-
my phone. So
yeah. So I really appreciate Kyle and Joe for coming on.
for having us.
We'll have to do this again, guys. This was awesome. I'm so glad that you guys and Ryan, dude, man, we're brothers, buddy. We gotta hook up here in a bit before you take out of town.
I know, dude. We're 2 hours away, and we still have
no, you don't.
Yeah,
Stay away.
Yeah.
Stay away.
I need to. Yeah, stay
No
away.
public places.
Oh, that's true. We can't go down to Gurley's Pub and Grill and go
Hey,
eat a
we'll do a
burger
video
or
from
something.
6 feet apart, all right?
Yeah. So as soon as this lightens up, me and my wife used to actually. So he lives in Prescott, and me and my wife used to go down there for the pub crawl every year, and we missed it this year. So we were very disappointed. And I was like, "Darn it, that would have been my opportunity. We could have hung out and hung out, had some food."
Awesome.
You're going to bed soon.
Cool. Well, thank you guys all for coming. We always do like the what's going on this week thing. So, Mr. Kyle, what do you got going on this week?
Oh, this upcoming week, I have work and working from home. We're both very fortunate. We both work from home full time now. And we kind of put a pause on the babysitters coming over, obviously. So we're juggling that and work. But I mean, nothing too exciting. But, we're very fortunate our income has not changed, knock on wood. So
Awesome. Good for you guys. What do you got going on, Joe?
Yeah, we're just me and my wife and our doggy's gonna just continue to hang out, and hopefully me and Kyle will still spend some time working on the channel and reviewing some great companies out there. But yeah, just like Kyle, I'm working from home too. Luckily, I'm still able to work and all that stuff. So yeah, that's about it for me.
Blessings, man. Blessings. Yeah. Ryan, what do you got going on?
Just work, man. Picking up, just trying to get the truck fixed, get everything ready for when everything does get ready. I can just bail. Not bail.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Prayers are out there for you, buddy, because I know that you really want to go see your daughter and get up there and start getting your life going.
Yeah, I mean, the one nice thing though is my ex. She's on disability, so I don't have to worry about my daughter going to like a babysitter or anything. And I'm still working, so I can send money. So
right on, man.
They're covered.
Right on. What do you got going on, Joe?
The mask. That video will be coming up soon. I'll have to do the Sammy Cakes challenge. I'm probably going to lose, to be honest. She got a 9 out of 10. That's going to be hard to beat. That's not going to be easy.
No, that's ridiculously good.
She nailed a 9 out of 10. She's probably going to kick my ass on this one, but I'll take my licks like a man. It's fine.
Your beard's filling in nice there, Joe.
Yeah. Thank you. I know it's and listen, you know how good that feels. That's one of my biggest insecurities, how thin it was and everything. So it feels so good to hear people say that. But
hey, let me give you a piece of advice, brother. Rock what you got.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So.
Hopefully, people pick up on that reference.
Yeah.
A lot going on with the channel right now to kind of keep my mind off things, but at the same token, probably getting my mind ready for when my check does get here in a few days to remind myself that all the side work has ended, and unfortunately the beard mail is probably going to have to go on hiatus for now, as much as that hurts to say out loud again. Every time I say it, I feel like I lose like 5 years off my life. It's just terrible.
You'll have to go find some new way to make some content, right?
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, for
do.
sure.
Yeah.
Yep. So what do I got going on? You know what? I had this really awesome opportunity to do a podcast with some guy, and I have a podcast being released here in a bit with me actually being interviewed as a bearded reviewer. So pretty cool. I did that on Monday, and it should be released, I think, within the next week or two. So I'll post that on Instagram as soon as I get it up there, or he gets it up there. So pretty cool. It's some highlights on what the bearded community is all about, and pretty cool. I liked it. And then let's see, what am I rocking? I think I'm finishing up Mr. Beard Justice. We're doing a live stream with him tomorrow.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Yep, with Mr. Said. He's awesome people. We'll be doing that tomorrow. We'll put some stuff up for publicity, and then I think that I got some more beard stuff. I just bought Han Yockers, so I'm excited to try him out.
Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. There was one thing I forgot to add here. I wanted to give the people of the reviewers table the first peek into April's community corner with the giveaways. We weren't even sure if we were going to do it, but companies are already reaching out, and we think it'll be a good distraction for everyone. So we've already got 3 companies lined up. We got the Beard Outlaw, we got Chronic, and for the first time ever, we've got Boston Beard Co. as one of the giveaways, which is huge. And we are in the process, and here's the challenge, folks. Boston Mike has agreed to Sam to be a guest and promised that he will keep it G-rated. And if he can't, if he fails, he will give a 75% discount off his entire site because he failed. So the challenge here is we have to make the man fail. Okay? We have to get him to fail.
I love Mike. He's a good dude. Awesome for him.
Nice.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming. Let's stay bearded. Anything else? Anybody want to say some last parting words?
Stay safe.
I got one thing.
Go ahead, Ryan.
You borderline look, but definitely sound exactly like Colin from Fable. Am I the only one getting this?
Who's that?
Colin from Fable.
Me?
Who said? Wait, who are we talking about?
Practitioner does.
Oh, Practitioner.
Oh, really?
He's said that forever.
Am I the only one?
No, I can see that.
Looks,
I can see that.
sounds.
Yeah, man. The looks a little bit. It's a compliment. He's a good-looking guy. Don't get me wrong, but it's the sound. I'm like,
Yes.
oh my gosh. I'm just sitting here listening. I'm like, you guys sound identical.
The first time I did a live with Practitioner, I thought somebody was tricking me, and it was like Colin with 2 different channels. I was very confused at first.
When I hopped in, first person I saw for a split second, I'm like, shoot, Fable's in here, cool. And then I saw your name. I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'm like,
good group of good-looking guys. That's what I gotta say. Good group of good-looking guys, sounding good, looking good. Thanks. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys very much for joining us last minute. Let's go ahead, Ryan.
Stay safe.
Yeah, be smart, everyone. Stay home, like Pizza Face says, and wash your hands.
Yep, wash hands. Be safe. See ya.
Be hygienic. Be safe. Take care of your family. Take care of each other. Be good to each other, please.
Rock on.
Always.
All right, guys.
All right, bye.
Thank you guys so much.